Hey, it's Mac with PriceActionTradingSystem.com, and it is Monday. It's May 5th. This will be our chart listing for the day. And real quickly, just an update on my medical procedure. It's kind of odd the way it happened, but I went in Thursday to have my CAT scan, and they scanned the wrong part of my body, if you can believe that. So I had to go back again Friday, and so it'll be sometime today when I get my results, and I have not heard from my doctor yet. Um, so at this point, I don't know anything. It's kind of ridiculous that I had to go back again Friday because they scanned the wrong part of my body. But it is what it is. Nothing I can do about it. So I'm still waiting to hear. So if you're curious, I appreciate all the notes and the prayers and all that, and they're well appreciated and accepted. And I'm still hoping for the best. But as of now, I don't know anything more yet. So hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to update you. But anyway, let's get to the chart lesson here. It looks like we're still headed to this measured move. We just kind of had a sideways down day for sure, but it was just more like a little tight range day. The volume seems to have backed off a good bit. The volatility comes and goes, so um, it was a really quiet morning, to be honest, and kind of picked up as the afternoon went along, but not much movement today. Although we did close down, we were oversold here, so back off a little bit, and then another push up is possible, or we could just start pushing up again tomorrow. We'll see what happens. But anyway, we're still in the oversold area here, or overbought. I'm sorry, not oversold. Oversold would be down on the low side. This is overbought. And if we make an equal move, which is very possible, we got a ways to go to the upside. So we'll see what this market brings. It just, you don't know what to expect because all the news is negative, but the market keeps going up, and but you're not hearing a lot of positive news all the same. Somebody was predicting a market crash today, and that obviously didn't happen. Um, so don't listen to the news. Don't listen to these people. Just watch the chart. If there's a market crash, you'll see it on the chart. You won't have to have anybody tell you. So my suggestion is to don't listen to these people because they don't know. Um, the chart's not hinting around of any kind of crash or anything like that. Now, doesn't mean we can't have one, but the chart's not showing anything like that. So we are overbought. Correction wouldn't surprise me at all. Um, but how far that correction is going to go, how deep, nobody knows. So don't listen to those people. But anyway, let's flip over to the 2000 tick chart, and you can see what I mean. It's just kind of a range day. We rallied for a little while, and then turned back down and closed back inside the range before it was over. So, of course, the market hadn't closed. I'm doing this early. It's about 10 after 3, and the market has not closed yet. So, anyway, let's flip over to the 2000 tick chart, and we'll take a look at it and go through today's trades. And here it is. You can see we sold off during the overnight session and kind of went sideways into the open, and then we rallied from there, only to get a close outside here, move to a new high, and then we trended down after that point, back into the range. So most of the trading day we were trending higher, and only after about close to 2 o'clock did we sell off here. But let's zoom in and we'll go through the trades. Well, there were quite a few of them this morning because of this sideways stuff. And usually this is fairly simple trading here. So, but 7 o'clock came just as we were kind of bottoming out here, and we came back, and you can see we got a triple test right there with a nice signal bar. Just go short there. And then it bounces off the lows. There's room to get back out before you get back to the high. Go long there. And then we made a new high, but then we get a lower high right here, or double top, however you want to look at it. This actually breaks higher and fails and turns down. If you understand engulfing bars, and most of you should wait till this closes and go short here. But if you understand engulfing bars and you're in that advanced stage, you could go short one tick below that green bar. And then, of course, we bounce at the lows again. By all means, go long there. Then we made a higher low here. If you didn't enter here, enter here. And if you're really brave, add on. We run up here, we turn down. You don't get a good setup here, but you get a lower high here, and again, the signal bar doesn't set up. And then we run down. It's tempting to enter here, but if you did, you would have got stopped out. Wait till this closes outside and makes that new low, and then enter here after the little failed break lower. And that's we're not really looking for second entries or anything here. By the counts, it would be, but you're not really looking for second entries, so don't worry about that. Then we run up here. That signal bar is too big and doesn't qualify. This one's too neutral. It's tempting to enter here on that failed breakout, but I think you need the higher low, which comes here. And technically, this is your higher low. That signal bar doesn't qualify. And it's right into that news item, too, so you just kind of have to sit tight. And then this is the 9 o'clock news, which was PMI. And it obviously affects the market. It runs up and runs back down and then just kind of chops sideways for a little bit. But you can see prices working sideways here, and you have a little failed breakout. I like that one because it does make a triple test as well up here on the original range. So I like that one. Lower high here, but it doesn't. There's no setup there, and somebody might ask about this 2-bar matching high. I just sit tight and wait. That looks too congested to me. Then we run down, we get a little failed breakout, but we close back in the range here after a reversal. If you got enough room to get out there, go long. It ends up not mattering, but there's just enough room to get out there too. I marked it green because it's close. I think there's exactly 6 ticks there, which is what you need to get a 4-tick scalp. You can see there's exactly 6 ticks. And so I like it, but it's close there. So you might try to get in with a little better entry or something. But sometimes by being more conservative like that, you miss the trade. So it just depends. I marked it green. It's not a perfect setup, but it meets our criteria. And we run up and we actually break out. It looks like we're going to fail. Both of these are tempting, but I think you need to wait on the lower high, and we never get one. It runs up here. And then we pretty much make a double top. I marked that one because you got a failed breakout here, and there's also a new low there, so that's a first entry, second entry. That's the second entry short off where we've been bouncing off that upper trend channel line. You could argue that might be green, but I liked it because we're playing a range here, not really the trend, and it's a failed breakout. It's basically a double top, and here there's nothing to trade. You get a failed breakout to the low side, then one to the high side, but I don't see any setups there. Then we work back and we bounce right off and confirm that possible trend line there. Here we make a higher low, but I don't think you can go long there. You need something better than that. Then you get this reversal pattern. Now, I marked this green, but if you understand reversals, you can take that trade. Basically, this is just a continuation pattern, a failure from this trend channel. And you can see it's still in play because we're working both sides of the EMA there. And it just works up and works into this sideways range here. And here you got a 1, 2, 3 triple test, and it's also a first entry, second entry long. Nice signal bar. Turns back down and bounces again. I don't see any setups on either side here. This one's tempting. If you took it, it works, but I don't really like that trade, just simply because we're still in this downtrend and we're below the EMA. We're not back to the trend line. Again, if you take it, it works, but it's just not a really good setup. The signal bar needs to be better than that. And notice you get your close outside and a new low, and it bounces right off the trend line. And that clearly looks like a leg down, a 2-legged correction, and then a second leg down. So I think you can treat that like a second entry. It's a failed break out of the range, which is probably going to send prices higher. Several reasons to like that trade. It's a quick scalp, nothing more, and then we'll continue to work sideways, and you get a triple test here. The only reason I mark this green is because the signal bar is not perfect. It's close, so maybe you take that, and it does take off. Turns out to be a nice trade. and you might get a runner there. But it runs up, close outside new high, but it ends up moving on higher. I don't see any entries here, and it's tempting to take that short, but I didn't mark it. You could argue for it to be green. The problem is it's a lower high and it's close to the high, so I think the problem is you got to go short at the very end of the move, very low of the move, and that's never a good idea. So, but we did get the break and plenty of moves to a new high, so you might be trying to catch a reversal here, and that might be your only chance. And it actually was your only chance, because here you get a second entry, but the signal bar doesn't qualify. And you get what looks like maybe a lower high. Again, it doesn't qualify, and then next thing you know, it's 230. So if you didn't take this one, you didn't get a chance to enter. And so there it is. Pretty simple day. I mean, if you were starting early this morning and you played the range rules, you might have been done before 9 o'clock this morning. I mean, I like those kind of ranges because when they're consistent like that, because um, I mean, it's basically, you can't hardly go wrong with them, if that makes sense. So once you understand range rules and you get a consistent range, they work like clockwork. So that's what we had there. But anyway, there it is. Again, most of the selling came in the overnight, and then we rallied all day and then sold back off in the afternoon. I didn't test this for a measured move. You can see we went a little further than a measured move. My guess is prices were trying to fill this gap. That was the target. We didn't quite get there. So usually those gaps don't go unfilled for very long. So we could try to rally again tomorrow. We'll see. But there it is. Just a range day, mostly range day today. But we did trend a good bit of the day. It's hard to say you did. It's a range day because we trend upwards most of the day. We just took it all back and got back in the range, and you can see prices reacting right off that midline again. So, but there it is. Not much else I can say about today. I'll keep you posted. Hopefully, I'll know something on my results tomorrow, and I'll update everybody. Again, I'm hoping for the best, and maybe it's nothing. We'll see. But anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. We'll be back again to do it tomorrow. I'm done for today. This is Mac with PriceActionTradingSystem.com, and we'll see you next time.